ladies, it is Lana of LanaReid.com here once again this week with another tip on loving him better, loving your man better. And since we're in the holiday season, I thought I would take a little time to talk about surviving the holidays with your man. All right, ladies, so here we are in the holiday season, so I think I take a moment to talk about surviving the holiday season with your man. There's a lot of stress in the atmosphere during this time of year. You've got the traffic with crazy, chaotic drivers trying to get to their destination. You've got the navigating in and out of stores, which are already crowded and just hectic. You have your job that has end of the year pressures and stress. It's just generally a very, very stressful time. And if we don't do some proactive, some preventative maintenance beforehand, it also has the potential to trickle its way into our relationships with our man. So today I want to talk about some ways which we can survive the stress of the holidays with our man. And I want to give 3 tips. They're not all of the ways, but I do want to give you 3 tips for today to survive the holidays with your man. Now, the first one that I want to talk about, and that is a very popular issue or item this time of year, is the gift exchange, right? Gifts are all about this season, which really it should not be about the gift, but it's a practice that is very traditional for most of us during this season. So when it comes to your relationship with your man, you need to have some dialogue, whether or not the two of you are even going to participate in this process, this tradition in the first place. It might be a situation where one of you feels very strongly about the gift exchange, and the other one, it is not something that is really important. They don't really practice it. They never have. They've never really put too much importance into it. So the two of you need to sit down and see whether or not the gift exchange is going to take place in the first place. So if the two of you decide that you are going to do the gift exchange, you need to set some sort of expectation when it comes to the dollar value of the gift, right? Sometimes it's a little insulting for one partner to give a $20 gift and the other partner gives a $200 gift. Some people find that offensive. Some people don't. So sit down and discuss, what you expect, what's okay. If I do this, I feel some type of way if I get this back. And I want to give my disclaimer. It really should not be about the amount of the gift, but the thought that counts. But the reality is some people do put weight in even monetary exchanges when it comes to the gift. So maybe you guys need to sit down and say, our cap this year for each other is $50, $75, $100, whatever, or decide it doesn't make anybody any difference what you spend. If I don't get that back in return, I'm cool with it. So sit down and set some expectations about the gift, one of the major things in this holiday season. Now, another thing that I want to suggest that you ladies sit down and talk to your man about and get kind of on the same page is expectations when it comes to family. Excuse me. So you want to get some expectations, some communication, some dialogue going about, are you going to his house, his family's house? Are you going to your family's house? Is everybody coming to your house? Who's cooking, who's helping out cooking or whatever, but you need to set some sort of expectations. Maybe this year we go to this family's house, next year we go to that person's house, or depending on where your relationship is, in growth or just, your comfort level, is it the expectation that they go solo to their family's house for holiday season, and you go solo to your family's house for the holiday season? But sit and discuss it so that it's no surprises when these days arrive and people are walking around, well, I thought you were coming with me. Well, I thought I would just go by, my family's house, run by real quick and come back home. So put it all on the table at first so that when the moment arrives, everybody in the relationship knows what is going to happen. Now, also another thing that I suggest that you do when it comes to navigating through the family situation for the holidays is to make sure that each of you, as significant others, run down the family resume, the family bio of each other's family before we step into the setting, right? So you want to tell your maid or have your maid tell you, we don't really talk about the fact that my sister brings a new guy to Christmas dinner every year. Or, you know, my dad and his brother are fighting, so we just pretend like there's not two guys at the dinner table who are not talking to each other. We don't talk about that. Or, yeah, mom's turkey's a little dry, but everybody eats it and we don't say anything or whatever. But give your significant other the tools to walk into a family setting and be sociable and mix and mingle in a more successful manner, or the most successful manner as possible. So give them the proper tools so that they can have a very positive interaction with your family, or get the necessary tools from your significant other so that you can have a very successful interaction with his family. So the final tip that I want to give today, ladies, that is because the season is very much grounded in religion and spirituality, is that you have some conversation and dialogue with your mate and get on the same page as far as what are the expectations when it comes to religion and how it plays out in the holiday season for you. You might be involved with somebody of the same faith, and you might be involved with somebody who's of different faith. And sometimes it's very difficult to navigate through this, even if the two of you are of the same faith. So for example, let's say you are a devout practicing Catholic and you're dating or married to somebody who was raised Catholic, but they're not really like, yeah, you know, whatever. So you have to sit down and have some sort of expectations as we go into the holiday season, how you expect for it to look. You know, are they going to get excited with you and participate in your all in for the holiday season as you practice your religious faith? Or are you going to back it down a little bit so that they can have, and meet them halfway with their, I don't really practice that much philosophy as we go into this holiday season. If you have a mate and you are of different faiths, you're going to have to talk about, well, you know, I'm a Buddhist and you're a Baptist. You know, do we incorporate this, or do I try to do it your way, or do I try to do it your way? But you're going to have to have some conversation about how you do the holiday season and incorporate in a very healthy, successful manner each of your philosophies about religion. And it might very well be that the decision is made that we forego the whole thing. You know, maybe, hey, we're just not going to get a Christmas tree and decorate the Christmas tree because it's really not that important to us. Just spending the time being together, having this day together is more important to us than anything else. So those are the 3 tips that I want you guys to consider as we go through this holiday season, and we're having a lot of stress, outside pressures that can filter into our relationship. So you have the gift expectation, the family expectation, and the religious faith expectation, how it plays out during the holiday season. So those are my tips for you ladies. I wish everybody a happy holiday season as well. I am Lana of LanaReid.com. As always, ladies, lots of love, lots of joy in your relationships.